Parliament committee investigating HAARP way back in the 90s when it wasn't fully empowered and fully on stream. And they were pointing out in that report that one of the things that HAARP could do was move the jet stream, which is what's been blamed for these weather systems, that strange weather systems we've been having in Britain over the last few years. And then you think that what is a tornado? It's a fast rotating electromagnetic field. You can create that by technological means. What about a hurricane? What about a typhoon? All these things are capable of being created by this technology. And if it wasn't, then why would you have global agreements and treaties between countries agreeing that they won't manipulate the weather when that's precisely, if they couldn't do it? But that's precisely what they can do. And there was a BBC radio investigation into something that happened in, I think it was 1950s, a place called Linton and Lynmouth. Very famous, dramatic flood that killed people and devastated the village as it came down into the sea. And all these years later, I mean, the rain that caused it was unbelievable. We're talking the 1950s. And it came out in this radio documentary that actually the Royal Air Force had been using cloud seeding, rain seeding technology. I think it was sulfur they used, which in the period running up to that fantastic rain, which actually caused it. This is the 1950s. What is possible in 2013? And you know, when Native Americans used to do the rain dance, people say, oh, you can't make the rain by dancing. What were they doing? Bang, bang, bang. And in the way that they did it, the rhythm, the drums, the creating a vibrational field. And if you get the vibrational field right, you create the impact of rain. And all that's happening now is they're doing it on a far more technological level. So it's a really good thing for people when we have these great typhoons and these unbelievable numbers of tornadoes they've had in the Midwest over the last few years, and all these big weather extremes. They say it's global warming. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's technologically created because of what Day said, weather modification will be used as a weapon of war. Look at the countries that have been devastated by weather, and what happens to them afterwards? They're taken over.
Thanks, David. Much of the information is available on davidicke.com. You can go to davidicke.com/headlines. We'll be